Toasty!
Good evening, y'all. My name is George. This show is Don't Panic Flip, and Ghost Flipper, welcome. Thank you so much for that 100 XP stream increase. Razor, good evening. I love that. Razor has one of the most melodic voices in Minecraft.
Hat? I am Mrs.
Iron Fox, good evening. Mr. Hardluck. Yes. Mr. Hardluck.
You know what the difference is between you and me?
I love it too, thanks. Yeah. What is up, my doge?
I make this look good.
I'm not sure what that's referencing there. Somebody's making this look good. Oh, Ghost Flipper. That's right, Ghost Flipper. Hi. Oh, well, I think I already said that because of the XP increase earlier. But you also get your nice little your sound intro as well. So cheers. Just cracked a peach White Claw. I'm very excited. I have 36. It was 18. It was 4 rows of 4, 60, 32. I should say I had 32. MPT3K, I promised Surreal I would raid Twisted Little Manu. Please don't ever feel like you need to raid over here. I'm gonna stream. I stream because because I like chatting with people, and I would just do it anyways. But I appreciate the thought regardless, and you put on, Mr. Manu, a fantastic stream tonight. I was chilling with Extra Paul, who's starting to get his stream back up over at Pinball Jones, and then I saw you come online, jumped over. Jay was on the stream, Jay Adelson from Scorbit was on the stream. Manu just blowing things up on Mystery Castle, right? Like that was fantastic playing. Really putting the game through its paces. I think you, what else? We're just going to comment on Manu's stream at this point. You had Dalton, like top 10 pinball players in the world, chilling out, commenting on those fantastic pinball playing skills the entire time. Dalton judging me. Yeah, nothing quite like having somebody really good at pinball watch you. It's almost like if you're a programmer and you have a really good programmer over your shoulder just watching you make mistakes, or perhaps if you're sharing your screen in a Teams call or some sort of a meeting and everyone is silently judging you because you can't spell anything correctly the first time, and they're all asking, I wonder how many backspaces he hits in a day. It's probably got to be in the thousands, right? Like, it's that kind of a moment. Yeah, Man crush. I don't know. It's like when I watch my child try to write his name. What a travesty. I feel like there's a story there about watching your child try to write their name. I'm sure an appropriate amount of empathy as a parent with your child struggling to write their name exists. You've just done it 5,000 times. Only good thing about hip surgery, says McGruber, is I don't have to watch your replays. Hold on. trying to process that. The only good part about hip surgery is I don't have to... because you don't have to watch it later. You can watch it live. I just got there. And that is awesome. I don't know why in my head it was... I just thought, like, you're on drugs and you don't have to watch the stream, and that's the best part, is that you don't even have to be here. Just mic drop on that one. And for that reason, I'm out. Let's see here. He's pretty good at it, just going for the joke there. Okay. Oh, it's Travestry. Yeah, McGruber, I got there eventually. I was just trying really hard not to take it personally when I misunderstood it. Thank you, Ghost Flipper, saying it did sound backhanded at first, right? Like if you didn't actually read it or understand it. But I'm happy I got there. Like my day was here. It was okay. This is mid. The moment I read that out loud, man, we were going into the negatives really hard at that point. And then when I finally got what you were saying, we were back way above at that point. Mid, like if mid's 50, we were then hovering around 55 again. I appreciate that. You like how I just rolled that hard right into the sentence? That was, yeah, made it happen. I need alcohol at this point. I've been a parent all day. I did the work thing all day. I went to the gym despite intense lower back pain all day. Made it happen. Brought my kid to the gym. So my safe space where I throw on the headphones and I just ignore everyone and kind of go through my routine for an hour to an hour and a half has been interrupted. I love it. Like, genuinely, I'm going to complain about it. But at the same time, I love it. It's like session number 12, bringing my kid to the gym. And we did legs today. This is our third time going through and doing a legs day, which was really, really good. And she's going to be in so much pain tomorrow because we did squats. And this was her first time doing squats. And there was no weight on the machine because we were doing machine squats. So that way she's kind of forced to do good form. All she has to focus on is keeping her back straight and sticking her butt out when she's doing them. We're going to do free weight squats the next time we hang out with my friend Tony, who I don't think has actually ever been on the stream yet. But Tony is the one who taught me good form for deadlifts and squats and basically all of the free bar stuff when you try to put on a lot more weight. McGruber, who just had surgery, I never thought I'd be envious of leg day. That was not intentional, McGruber. I didn't go from, I'm so sorry you just had hip surgery, to, you know what I did today? On the back of McGruber not being able to walk at all right now and probably being on a lot of pain medication. Yeah, now I feel like that wasn't intentional. That was just naturally how we progressed through that conversation. I feel like I missed stuff up above. I'm going to do a quick search. It was nice to talk to Jay today. It was awesome just to hear from Jay. It sounds like some things are coming from Scorbit here in the near future that might be tied to virtual pinball. I know he was talking about that 6 months or so ago. I don't even remember the context. I just remember him talking about allowing like virtual pinball tournaments or maybe even showing some of that off. But Manu, okay, so I missed the Manu thing up above, or I got that. Razor has a fantastic voice. Mr. Hardluck, I think, is still undefeated right now, but still doesn't have the coveted first player position or first place position in DeathLab. Yeah, I don't know what it all means, but I'm excited. I'm excited too. I still have not had any of this alcohol. I like to affect the voice of someone who's like on their third or fourth drink and they're not an alcoholic. Like it's a little bit too much for them. I love that particular voice, and I feel like I can pull it off really well. And here's something kind of fun. I use that voice when I'm speaking for my brother. Because, you know, you can make somebody sound really stupid really easy if you just make it seem like they're slightly intoxicated. Keep in mind, I've not had any alcohol yet today because I had to do the parenting thing. My brother gets so frustrated by that. That's a question for anyone else out there. Do you give significant others, family members, kids, whoever it is that you frequently interact with, do you ever talk for them or simulate what they would say in a particular situation, but find yourself giving them a voice that, like, if your brain surgeon had that voice, you would go and find a different brain surgeon based entirely on how they spoke? Do you find yourself ever doing that? And is that an okay thing to do? It's always the case, George. Okay. Razor is the younger brother. Okay. So, no, Razor doesn't do that for other people. Eternal Gremmy, I just finished other people's sentences. Or sandwiches, one of the two. Okay. So, Be like, I know what Manu would say. Oh, God, not this again. George, keep your microphone off the pinball machine. No one else does that. That's not, you don't ever speak for somebody else, but give them a very unique voice that helps make, like, you win the argument because you gave the opposition a voice that is genuinely difficult to believe in. Manu, I just did that with your voice. Got it. All right, I will take one person who can empathize with what I just described. On that note, last night we did Gunship. Tonight it's going to be the Midnight. I'm throwing that on. That is way too loud in my ear, but I don't think it's very loud for the stream. Oh, I made you sound as goofy as I possibly could. Right? Like that kind of thing. Yes. And I'm very happy that you do that because someone else out there does the same stupid shit I do. And that makes my heart happy. It swells with, I feel like in some sense, love to know that I'm not the only person out there who does that. Because there's someone else who can provide a little bit of empathy. But here's the thing, the follow-up, which hasn't been answered. By doing that, Manu, are you and I, like, is that not nice? Or is it funny? Does it come off as comical as I hope it would in those situations? And somebody kind of laughs it off like, oh, that Manu, he's such a funny guy. Or in this case, it'd be George, always doing that thing. You know, like, or does it come off like, why does this guy make me sound like such a dork? So where are we there? It depends on how often you do it, says Razor. We're both going for the joke, not to be mean. Thank you, Manu. Yeah, okay, cool. I feel like we're friends. Like, we just get that. Awesome. Silver, welcome. How could you, George? Exactly. And on that note, before we dig too deep into the therapeutic reasons someone may talk for someone else and not allow them to engage in the conversation, let us, that is not at all the button I wanted to press. Let's do this and a reset. Let's get a DeathLab session going. Let's see what theme we get. And then let's see what nominations we get. Then we can go play some pinball. Musical bands and rock stars, musicians and bands, both alive and returned from beyond the grave, face off in a thunderous concert of destruction. This week on Death. Honestly, I have so many DeathLab episodes I still need to create. I'm behind like 6 or 7 episodes. And we just Mr. J. Crane going for Elvis Presley. Meta. Oh boy, what are we doing tonight? It better be more worth than Paul's stream. Paul and the gang were playing some Jurassic Park earlier. We're going to be switching between DeathLab and some Avengers play. Ooh, Obi-Wan. Pink Floyd on acid. Oh, they swapped to Kong and now are on Foo. Okay, they could be on acid. You don't know. Like, they might put on the best show ever and they are all tripping balls, as the kids say. And Eternal Gremmy nominates Screeching Ronnie James Dio. Nominations have closed. Silver, you just missed Ozzy Osbourne eating a bat. Holy Testicle Tuesday, Batman. So we've got to jump over there. First of all, we've got Mr. J. Crane coming in, currently ranked 36th. Elvis Presley in here. Then we've got Obi-Wan with the Force, a 66.7 win percentage, 3 previous champions, 5 votes, currently ranked first. I really don't know how or why you're ranked first when Mr. Hardluck is undefeated. I'm guessing it has to do with more total wins. Like you've done more nominations recently. Eating eating Batman would be more amusing. I'll work on that for the next one, Silver. And then finally, Eternal Gremmy, 50% win percentage. I said percentage twice, way too soon. I now talk myself into a corner, allow myself to introduce myself. Current rank 13th. I think we're approaching 40 active players, at least recently active players, with one champion. So maybe accounting for the old beta wins, John Wick Forever. Yeah, I did. This does include all the beta stuff as well, Obi-Wan. I moved it. It was originally a rolling 1 month tally. I think I made it 6 months. So this, as of right now, should go back to January, but a lot of those are going to be rolling out. So kind of like in pinball. Oh, by the way, we've got 21 seconds. If you were going to vote for someone, I'm sucking as the producer here of this, or the game show host. Vote, and by typing in exclamation point V and the number 1, 2, or 3, 1 for Elvis Presley, 2 for Pink Floyd, 3 for Screeching Ronnie James Dio. And you've already missed out on your opportunity to vote. We got 1 vote that time because I sucked as the host. That is my fault. Yeah, John Wick Forever. Obi-Wan with the John Wick with the bottle cap.
Epic face melting showdown. Screeching Dio versus Psychedelic Floyd in the Sonic Smackdown of the Century.
Wow, the Sonic Smackdown of the Century. It's a lot of, what is that? Repeating the first letter? Is that assonance? I don't know. Now I feel like I'm making up a word. Hold on, I gotta look that up. Define assonance. The repetition of the sound or a vowel in non-rhyming stressed syllables near enough to each other for the echo to be discernible, like penitence and reticence. No, I don't think that was assonance. Okay. Oh, alliteration. That's the word. That's the A word, I'm guessing. I read that Eternal Gremmy alliteration. Razor increasing the stream XP by 100. Alliteration, the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning or adjacent. There we go. It was alliteration, not assonance. Thank you. Screeching Dio versus Psychedelic Floyd in the Sonic Smackdown of the Century. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the repeating sounds, right? Alliteration is when you can't read the same letter repeatedly. No, I have to. Is that really ill? There's alliteration, illiteration. Okay, cool. I couldn't tell if that was a joke or not, but yeah, Eternal Grammy, thank you. That was great. We're gonna throw that music back on. So here we are on the left. Player 2, we've got Pink Floyd on acid from Obi-Wan with the Force. Pink Floyd has a strength of 10, a dexterity of 15, a 12 constitution, a 16 intelligence, 18 wisdom, and because they are freaking Pink Floyd, they have a 20 charisma. Player 1, we're going to say on the blue corner, we've got a 16 strength, 14 dexterity, 15 constitution, 13 intelligence, 12 wisdom, and an 18 charisma. I'm not going to lie, Eternal Gremmy, I need some help. Who is Ronnie James Dio? How to read chats by Gremmy. Every other chat message will probably be a joke. Uh-oh. And on that note, let's go play some pinball. I'm so sorry, y'all. I really don't know who that was.
All
right, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Black Sabbath, Rainbow, and Dio. I've heard of Black Sabbath. Okay, here's a dumb question. Black Sabbath, was Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne? I know that sounds really dumb. Robert Downey Jr. in Black Sabbath and Rainbow. Ozzy, okay, cool. Hey, I knew that. Correct, okay, cool. Mr. J. Crate, thank you. Ozzy, then Dio, then Other Freaks, okay. Holy Diver is the Dio song. All right, hold on. We got to go back, and now I need to listen to Holy Diver. Give me 1 sec. All right, so we're going to PC. This is me looking up definitions over here. So, do I know the song Holy Diver by Dio? He's also in Pick of Destiny. I love Tenacious D, but I've never seen Pick of Destiny. Fairly certain I have never heard this song ever. Nope, definitely not. Remember, there's like big hairband, like screaming, not screamo, right? Because you think of like emo, screamo. Skip a bit. No, yo, I was born a year before this came out. You may recognize the chorus passing. I'm waiting. Oh. Never, no. And Black Sabbath. Do I know anything by Black Sabbath? War Pigs. Hey, I love War Pigs, but it's funny. I don't know that I've ever actually listened to Black Sabbath's War Pigs. I've only ever listened to Cake's War Pigs. Track 2, Iron Man, right? That starts out with the Iron Man. This is the intro to Iron Man. I'm sorry, Razor. If it's not 90s alternative rock or grunge, this song I totally know. Iron Man's great. I don't know. I probably don't know Paranoid. Oh, I totally know Paranoid. Okay. But the OG War Pigs, the Cake version is good, but Faith No More's version of War Pigs is the best. Obi-Wan, okay. Wow, this is so much slower. I just want y'all to hear Cake War Pigs. Like, it speeds up. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not a fan of like 70s or even most 80s rock. What? Oh, no, it started playing a different song. There we go. What's funny is I know the lyrics to this song. I could probably sing, obviously, War Pigs with. I'm so sorry, Obi-Wan. There's. All right. I grew up with parents who liked. My dad really liked Sade, and ZZ Top on one side, and my mom loved Madonna, and they both liked CNC Music Factory, and that was right about the time they got divorced, and that is a majority of my childhood until I hit, I want to say about 13 years old, when I decided, despite the fact that my parents said no, I was going to send in that little card along with 12 cents. I taped 12 pennies to the card to like BMG Music, and I got 12 CDs for 12 cents. And of those 12 CDs, I got Nirvana, I got Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, No Rain. I'm trying to think of who that is. No Rain was their big. Blind Melon.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Benjamin, it was a close thing for sure. How are you not gay with a childhood soundtrack like that? Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun times in college. We'll say that. Yeah, Blind Melon, absolutely love Blind Melon, Eternal Gremmy, and Meta Knight Man. That I have a whole bunch of physical records, and I missed out on rap entirely from the 80s and the 90s, and it wasn't until I moved in after college with some friends that my roommate introduced me to Ja Rule, And that kind of started my okay. I think I could get into to rap music, and then I've been trying to recover from how I grew up with music ever since. Now, I will also tell you that late 90s, it was nothing but techno. Like, it was alternative music, going to go see like pop punk. So I loved going to concerts. It was oh man, I didn't leave my room for probably a month at one point. And all I listened to was Dave Matthews Band, Before These Crowded Streets. That album, start to finish, I think I wore through that CD. And I'm not joking. Some really weird times in the late 90s in my life. So yeah, right? And I still love that album. I have, I think, just about every Dave Matthews Band album on physical record now. And those come back up often. But I still struggle. Like, and I know that Dice is frustrated. A few times I've brought it up, but Lynn's Arcade rating with a party of 9. Lynn's Arcade, the water is warm. Feel free to jump in. We're talking about music and my complete lack of like decent upbringing when it comes to music taste in the 80s through the early 90s. And it wasn't, I think, until 1995, I would have been 12 years old when I despite my parents telling me absolutely not, I sent in with 12 pennies attached to it, a BMG Music with the albums that I wanted, and I was introduced to grunge music and Green Day. And from there, I started getting into music, and it wasn't until I would say the 2010s, what is that, the aughts or the knots or something like that, that I started going back and trying to find maybe older music I can appreciate. Older music being anything from the 80s or back. I do love the poppy stuff from the 80s. I do not like, no matter how I go into it, like Iron Maiden. It's not AC/DC. AC/DC I can appreciate every once in a while. JJP put out an album. Slash is in the band. They do something with December. I can't think of that band's name, but the singer has a very high-pitched, irritating voice, and you can what is it? Somebody help me. Yeah, Guns N' Roses. Thank you. Eternal Crummy Buns and Noses. Guns N' Roses, every once in a while, like, hits the spot. I can hear one song from Guns N' Roses and be like, hey, I really appreciated that. And the second a second song comes on by Guns N' Roses, it's like chalk nails. It's like nails on a chalkboard with his voice. It goes from okay to absolutely horrific within the span of 10 milliseconds from song to song. First album, great. I know, chalk nails. Yeah, that's totally a thing. Chalk nails is a real problem. I really wish that I had Fred to a point where he came in and actually commented on things somewhat regularly. Not gonna lie, it'd be awesome to have AI jump in and tell me that I just don't get 80s big hair band or rock music. And Will Net Sky, welcome. Other arcades play MFP Kills. Help me out, because MFP, I don't know why all I can think of is MLP, which is My Little Pony. MFP. My MCR is My Chemical Romance. I'm so lost, and it's probably dumb because I lost the context of when you actually sent that chat message, Will, and I'm so sorry about that. Fred's still trying to cope with you not knowing about Dio. I'm sorry. Yep, but we did it. We came back over here and we did figure out and confirm, and I admitted to everyone here that not only do I not have a lot of knowledge about 80s or even 70s rock music, I don't even know much about rock music going into the 90s. In fact, one of the earliest 90s songs I really think I can appreciate is the what is it? The by oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the name of the band. Crash Test Dummies. I don't know if you guys remember those guys. Exactly. Yeah, Crash Test Dummies with the with their one song that is just the humming of which I love that song. I know all the lyrics to it. I don't think I actually ever bought that album. Now that I think of it, we're going way off on weird tangential conversation. Ha! Canadians. Razor, I feel like when you said that, it was Canadians. I did it again. Manu, there we go. Callback. And on that note, we're going to throw the midnight on. And we're going to go actually play this first game of pinball. Well, I guess while we're here, we should look to see if we've got...
Epic face melting showdown. Screeching Dio versus Psychedelic Floyd in the Sonic Smackdown of the century.
Uh-oh. Man, we crashed actually trying to build these videos. The audio... Yeah, the whole workflow crashed on this. Uh-oh, I didn't know we played pinball in this channel. I know. Darn it. Hold on. So we can do this. I think I can recreate and see what happens here. We're gonna go... I'm just making sure we're all good over here. Yep, we're good. So we're gonna go to... Can I actually re-trigger this? I don't know that I have a system to re-trigger everything. I wonder if I have an enable voting button. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. And I have so many buttons for different things in here. Deck reset, 1 player, 2 player, winner, 3 players, battle, reset. Nope. We may have, as, yeah, exactly, Obi-Wan. We may have rocked too hard. Models Lab is experiencing all kinds of issues right now. Are we getting more approvals? I'm just looking at the log here where Fred is being denied constantly. The problem is, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different problems. So, I don't know what's going on. Here, I'm gonna switch over to PC. You guys can follow along. So we got a stack trace over here. And we also have Fred's assistant just denying constantly at this point. So Fred is denied. Fred got approved, and then Fred decided to ignore the follow-up message. So we're not doing okay there. We're gonna come in here, go to Models Lab, check out General. All right, I'm not seeing that they're down right now, so maybe it was just a single failure. I know, quit cock blocking, Fred. All right, we're gonna reset only because I don't have a way to recreate this. Hey, look, it's approved, but chat's like, nah, I'm not. Or Fred's like, I'm not responding, even though I'm approved. All right, we're gonna come back here. Y'all, we're gonna try this one more time. And if we still get a failure the second time through, if it doesn't trigger the video creation, we'll give up on DeathLab and I will reach out. I actually have a 4-way conversation going right now with the founder and several of the lead devs on Models Lab. All right. The new theme. Yeah, totally a 4-way. It's an orgy of developers, Manu. So the new theme is Fantasy Warzone. If you want to nominate anyone, wizards, elves, dragons, dark lords from fantasy epics collide in a realm-spanning war. I want to talk slower. Do it doucement. Do it slowly. You type in !nom or nominate space. And Monkey, absolutely. In fact, we just started over. We had an error pop up. We haven't had an error actually in quite a bit. I love that Doctor Strange got approved. There we go. We've got Doctor Strange as the first nominated character. If you are new to DeathLab and you're like, what the heck is going on here? We have the Keebler elf was denied. Technically an elf, but I'm guessing because it's not really fantasy related, they're only technically an elf. AI decided it wasn't a thing. Even though Marvel did get approved and he is the Sorcerer Supreme. QDL, yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. The Time Bandits. Interesting. Ooh. And then Aragon. Aragon's pretty BA if you ever read the series. All right, I'm doing this for real this time. Oh, sorry, Mr. J. Crane. Rumpelstiltskin Chainsaw Massacre. Y'all, now we're here. We are, yeah, that isn't bad AI art, actually. Now that we're here, y'all, to vote on who you want to see make it into the battle, only 2 can go. So vote exclamation point V1, exclamation point V2, or exclamation point V3. 1 for Doctor Strange, 2 for Time Bandits, and 3 for Aragon. The 2 characters with the most votes will end up going to battle each other, and AI will do all of the stuff to help us understand and really feel for what that battle could look like. In the meantime, Mr. Hardluck hasn't lost a fight. 6 champions, 100% win percentage. Weirdly enough, currently ranked 2nd. And that is a beautiful Doctor Strange there. Also, notice to the right of your name, Mr. Hardluck, you have that beautiful 6 and 100%. Wear that badge with honor, y'all. Number 2, we have The Time Bandits, that beautiful 80s film being referenced here. Obi-Wan with the Force, currently ranked 1st. Hollywood Polo, welcome. Obi-Wan with the Force, currently ranked 1st with a 61.5% win percentage. 3 champions, voting constantly with several fantastic recent nominations. And then finally, we have Aragon at number 3 with some sort of weird image thing happening in the background, giving it kind of a cool 3D look. And that's from Meta Nightman. Aragon the Dragon, from that fantastic book series by Christopher something. I can't think of the kid's name. But he was 17 when he wrote the series. When he wrote the first, or got the first book published, I should say. Hey, yeah, Chris Paolini. Thank you, Meta. I read the first 3 books in that series. By the 3rd book, I didn't think it was all that great anymore. First book was fantastic, though. Way darker than I thought a 17-year-old would have nailed.
Ready.
All right, we got our first audio.
Spellbound Showdown. The Sorcerer Supreme versus the Dragon Rider Duel of Destiny.
Way to go, AI. Really abusing that exclamation point in that fantastic, absolutely fantastic bit of audio narration from H. John Benjamin. Thank you. Awesome. And it did go ahead and trigger everything. That sound that we just heard was a successful, we've got story, audio, and videos all being generated in bulk or en masse. It was almost literally Star Wars, but yeah, the books after that were good. John knows what's up. Yeah. Hollywood, welcome, by the way. How was your night? What did you and chat have for supper? I made chicken, and it was a chicken salad. Yeah, that's what we had tonight. A lot of chicken and chicken salad, and some leftover dairy-free, gluten-free cookies. I don't even know what they're made of at this point. And no matter what, everything is just making my stomach incredibly unhappy. I'm trying to go back and eat less and less weird stuff. Ghost Flipper had pork katsu. I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing. It also absolutely could be a type of, like, pig-related kung fu. Like a kata. All right, now we're going to do this again since we had to skip the last one or drop it. Eternal Gremmy had a breaded fried cutlet. Ghost Flipper, it was a HelloFresh thing. You know, I did that for 6 months where I did HelloFresh. If it was HelloFresh or maybe it was Blue Apron or something where you cook your own food and they send you all the ingredients. That was a lot of fun. I had some really interesting meals from that, and it was all it felt very random. Okay, it's a Japan version of a breaded pork chop. Makes sense. Katsu. So we've got Aragon versus Doctor Strange. Aragon from Meta Nightmen, and we have Doctor Strange from Mr. Hardluck. Look at those percentages. AI thinks that Doctor Strange has an 85% chance to win. Aragon only has a 15% chance to win. Aragon has a 14 strength, a 12 dexterity, 16 constitution, 13 intelligence, 15 wisdom, and an 18 charisma. Doctor Strange, on the other hand, only a 10 strength, 14 dexterity, 12 constitution, 18 intelligence, 16 wisdom, and a 20 charisma. He's a sorcerer. Sorcerers use charisma as their primary stat or ability in D&D. Makes a lot of sense that Doctor Strange would be superhuman at a 20. Eligos, welcome and good evening. My day was good. I hope your day was amazing. In fact, I hope everybody's days were amazing. Let's go play some pinball. For real this time. All right. Oh. Neck's struggling. Trying to look over to the right. I have no ability to turn. Besides a failing fridge. Failing. Failing fridge, I'm well. Eligos, that sucks. Do you have a backup fridge? Do you have like a garage refrigerator that you could move food into, or did you just have a block party? So no Black Knight Sword of Rage in this collection. I only get one head topper to tell it me, courtesy of Foo. So Silver has some really cool news, and I hope he very soon gets to share some pictures. But Silver, I'm not gonna tell your amazing news for you. So, but I do feel like chat would love to hear what your sitch is going to be in the very near future. Sword of Rage is a very fun game every once in a while. That also is a game that will frustrate you to no end very quickly. Somebody just did something. What was that? That was, a level increase from Obi-Wan. We are that much closer to a chicken. Super annoyed. Sword of Rage is like a 2-minute average game for me. Yeah, it can be so brutal. That game wants you to hit the most dangerous shots. And as you progress through the game, you are forced to hit those shots more and more frequently. It's brutal. It's exactly the game I feel like they wanted. Uh-oh. Wolfman dropping 100 bits to get us that much closer to some chicken attack. I think it's happening. Oh yeah, it's happening. Benjamin selling their Black Knight Sword of Rage tomorrow, actually. We're gonna have to reset.
これを返せ。さもないと後悔するぞ。お前一人に一体何ができる？誰が一人だと言った？
There we go. I got the stream deck now. This is happening. Wolfman can smell it.
You should know that a man with the power of nature can bring you to the end of your life. And you should know by my smile and the look in my eyes that you are about to be massively forced to give up. Chicken attack, chicken attack. What you want back before it fades to black. Say my love harmless but then come on, chicken attack. Go chicken go, go chicken go. I'm gonna fly you on the sky.
By the way, the cool news that Silver just posted, my operator bought a 22-game Stern collection from another guy, filled with decked out premiums and LEs, and my home is storage for like the summer.
With the
How
power of
awesome is
nature,
that?
you're never alone, and you can't live alone on the mark. Every piece, every
7K
dream
Fu Ali
follows
with
me to
topper
the
again.
end, and you're about to be massively fucked. Chicken attack, taking our time. Watch your back before it fades to black. Say my love count, let's pretend come on, chicken ass. Go chicken go, go chicken go. Now gonna fly.
His voice is just so awesome. All right, are we ready to start this game? That was a lot of chicken attack, right? Thankfully, we're done. And we've made it through chicken attack. There's absolutely I did that for everyone who hasn't been here the past 2 months. It's still fun. It's still fun.
And there was much rejoicing.
Y'all, thank you. Look at us. We are already at level 3 for the evening. Your support is awesome, y'all. Thank you so much. Four. Oh no. That should do it. All right, so we've got not the thing. What's his name? I can never Hulk. There we go. We've got Hulk collected. That one's done. Now we need Iron Man. Thor. Just, oh my God, be cool, game. Thank you. Wow, that was a lot to just try and regain control there. We also need that music back. Needless to say, I'll be able to learn what games I do and don't like. That's right, Silver is getting 22 premiums and LEs for the summer to just be at his house, and that's awesome. Why? There we go. All right. There's the Thor. Cool. We have ball lock lit on Iron Man. We need 2 more shots to collect Black Widow. We need 3 shots on Black Panther. There's 1. Let's try Black Panther. Awesome. 2 more there. Here's a lock shot on Iron Man. Am I a bad friend for enabling? Possibly. You're not a bad friend. There's 2. All right, we can hit this from this side. It's just really tough. There it is. And that's 3. There we go, slam dunk that into the portal lock. What else do we need right now? 19 pops. Let's just, yeah, get in there. Cool. Awesome. Let's go spinner. See if we can get the rest of these pops. We did assemble the Avengers and immediately drop into the mini wizard mode. Love it. This is a solid start. You're hosting an IFPA tournament at the house, so eventually an arcade party. Hey, Silver, you're doing it right. You're not only bringing the games in, but justifying having the games there by making a whole thing happen. Oh no, that was so bad. Up and around, let's see if we can hit this on the fly. Got it. Got it. Got it. So we need to get the ball over to the right flipper. Going all the way around. Got it. Just stop. 25. Cool, we need to hit Thor. Got it. Looks like we need 2 more shots. Got him. Wrong side, darn it. I needed to get it over to the other. So now we're gonna go up the middle. We've got 25 shots. And then see if we can hit Marvel on the fly. Nope. On the fly again, 3rd time's a charm. Nope. 17, we got this. Hey, Squalito. 6 shots, we've got to make this right here. Just like that. All right, Iron Man shot to get it. Really, that felt solid. 9 shots. I need to get it over to that right flipper again. Up and around. 6 shots. Three shots. No! Just, that's frustrating. All right, missed it by that much. RB Wings, welcome. Well, hello, George. Easy backhand. No, yeah, Silver, not on the premium for sure. Easy backhand on the pro, which I do think is the best design or the best layout version of this. That said, I really do enjoy shooting this game. It is a very fun layout. Up and around. Up and around. There's a good spinner shot. All right, so there's a mode shot. Oh, come on. Up and around, looking good. Awesome. That's how you hit that shot. I don't know why I missed it like 8 times in a row. Pinjamin's got an AIQ Pro Absolutely amazing layout and flow. I would agree entirely. It's bolted down. I love that phrase. I've said that so many times. And I triple drain on the back of that. We did get our pops. We made some good progress there. No joke on ball 1. And I don't think we had an extra ball there. I had a player's best on Kong before the concert, 400 to 500 million range. That is a very good ball. Does anybody know how I go about getting my extra ball? Ugh. Awesome. We do actually have a gem. Let's go ahead and collect that gem. We've got a reality gem. Shot multiplier, easier drop target completions. I guess let's put it on the drop targets. No. Looks like we're gonna need about 30 more spins over there to collect that one. Calm down, game. Ooh, and we get a spotted Avenger. Let's... That was great. Who did it give me? I'm not sure. Amiga Cami, welcome. Hi. I hope you're having an amazing evening. Wow. Misspoke that one there. 5 spins. And what do we need? We need 2 Thor completions. Drop catch there and Thor. We're gonna need more there. We do have lock. Oh, it just went to shield. What do we need? We need just Thor and Iron Man. We can spot an iron target. I know where to do that. Let's go portal. Is that an actual portal lock? No. All right, power gem. Power gem it is. Pretty good day of pinball. I hope you're well. Yes, very well. Thank you for asking. We've got a DeathLab fight brewing in the background. I don't remember who's in the fight, but we have a fight brewing. How many more? We need 1 more completion and that Iron Man target. I think we can clip it. Nope. Nope. There goes ball 3. I don't know much about Amiga, but I did just get an Intellivision 2, says RB Wings. That's awesome, man. Bringing it old school. All right, let's go check on those videos and see how they're doing. Be right back.
Spellbound Showdown, the Sorcerer Supreme versus the Dragon Rider Duel of Destiny.
Sorry, we're going to do that one more time just because that was pretty intense. And I really like this. We do have the Battle of Aragon versus Doctor Strange is about to happen. But just because I want to hear that intro one more time with H. John Benjamin, like with gusto, giving it to us. Ready?
Spellbound Showdown, the Sorcerer Supreme versus the Dragon Rider Duel of Destiny.
AI gets an A for effort there. Like that was so off the mark. It's so absolutely perfect. Y'all, we've got Aragon versus Doctor Strange. This is Meta Knightman versus Mr. Hardluck. Going into this, FYI, Mr. Hardluck has not lost a match. Look at this. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Mr. Hardluck is at 87.5. That's weird. Oh. So when Mr. Hardluck, if you're here and you're like, WTF? It's counting because you didn't technically win the battle where we had the snafu, the technical snafu. It counted that against you, and it's marking you at less than 100% right now. Now, I can go back and fix that and actually delete the battle, I think. But that's rough right there. It did knock you down a peg for that one. So we've got Aragon. Nope, that was the Time Bandits. Sorry, we've got Aragon over here from Meta Knightman versus Doctor Strange. Y'all, let's see this battle unfold.
As the air crackled with arcane energy, Doctor Strange unleashed a barrage of shimmering spells, each one aimed at Aragon with pinpoint precision, who countered with his dragonfire and deft swordplay.
I mean, it's on point. It's really pretty. Like, that is a visually, I feel like, appetizing image of two different sorcerers, right? With weapons. Yeah. Shockingly, people are still making brand new in-TV physical games in ROMs. Oh, right, for the Intellivision. RB Wings has their childhood original working in the garage, but it's not working. I have a replacement that works with originals, but my multi-cart wouldn't work, so I got the 2, and it works in it. Right, RB Wings, that's actually really good video. There's a couple of minor issues, but that's not bad. Let's see what happens in part 2.
In a final clash, the mystical shields of Strange shattered under the intensity of Aragon's attack, leaving the Sorcerer Supreme vulnerable as he staggered back.
There's a lot of ice magic, it looks like, happening there. The mystical shields of Strange shattered. Oh, that was the shields shattering under the intensity of Aragon's attack. Wow. Leaving the Sorcerer Supreme vulnerable as he staggered back. I'm going to be really surprised if Aragon beats Doctor Strange here, but that's kind of what that looks like. Also, that's a very weird Doctor Strange.
With a swift, decisive blow, Aragon drove his sword deep into Strange's heart, ending the battle and claiming victory as the sorcerer's body crumpled to the ground.
That's not bad. Honestly, that looks like a pretty badass Aragon. That's not young Aragon. That's definitely older Aragon. Aragon? Wow. That was a 15% chance that Aragon would beat Doctor Strange, and it just happened. Wow. Mr. Hardluck, I'm so sorry that I jinxed it. That was actually a pretty badass wizard battle between Aragon and Doctor Strange. Dom Hanks, welcome. That looks like the Joker actor. Which Joker? There's many Jokers there. 85 to 15%. That's not skill. That's blind luck. I feel like you were quoting Harry Potter just then, specifically Professor McGonagall. All right, we've got to do the thing here. Meta Nightman. You, sir, have the big win over Mr. Hardluck and his undefeated streak for so long. And this was quite the upset. You only had a 15% chance to win this, and this happened to be the 15 out of 100 times, one of the 15 out of 100 times that Aragon could have won that battle. Excellent game. Well played. And what do we have for him next? We've got a new theme being picked. Hopefully it's one of the newer themes I added. Theme, Comic World Calamity. Characters from comics, both old and new, come to life in this calamitous free-for-all. Is calamitous a word? Rigged fake news. Nominate Charlie Brown Gone Postal from Mr. J. Crane. Batman with Nausea from Benjamin. Nice. Dark Side from Mr. Hardluck. Mr. Hardluck, screw this. I'm not losing again. I'm bringing in Dark Side. Obi-Wan with the Force. Nominate Calvin with the Switchblade, like from Calvin and Hobbes. So we're at the voting stage now. You've got Charlie Brown is exclamation point V1. Batman is exclamation point V2. And Darkseid is exclamation point V3. Only two can fight. Make sure to vote for who you'd like to see in this epic comic world calamitous battle. I really hope calamitous is a word. I'm checking. Define calamitous. It is a word involving calamity, catastrophic or disastrous. It just sounded a tad made up. That's kind of where I was struggling. Eternal Gremmy confirming that is, in fact, a real word. Fred, what do you think about the word calamitous being used in everyday speech? Fred has no opinion. Fred's there, but Fred's really not there. So we're going to walk through each of these. We've gone Charlie Brown Gone Postal with 4 votes right now from Mr. J. Crane. We've got Batman with Nausea from Benjamin, currently ranked 7th, with 1 active champion and a 20% win percentage. And then we've got Mr. Hardluck coming back in with Darkseid, 6 champions, now currently ranked 2nd with an 87.5 win percentage. My Batman nomination is kind of lame. I originally wanted Batman with diarrhea, but thought it was too gauche and decided against it. There we go. No, I didn't mean to leave Warrior 3 like that. I was trying to show what the current votes were. We missed it. You'll also notice that you can only vote for a character 1 time. And that was at the request of chat, so we got that implemented.
Charlie Brown's Melancholy Mayhem versus Darkseid's Dastardly Doom. A peanut-sized showdown.
That's not bad. AI. You get the slow clap there for what an awesome name for this battle. Charlie Brown versus Darkseid. I do want to point out here, for Mr. Hardluck's sake, QDL. No, Hardluck was in 1st. He went down to 2nd. There's only a 5% chance that Charlie Brown wins this battle. I'm not going to lie. 5% seems like a lot for Charlie Brown versus Darkseid. He got dropped to 3rd. That's interesting. Oh, that's right. You were second, then you went third, and then you lost the battle and went back up. I promise you, there is a calculation behind the game that is calculating things on the fly now every time we go back in. So I'm going to hit this up. That's a fresh calculation that says 77.8% win percentage and current rank second. I have a feeling that the unfinished battle is what's causing an issue there. The one that ended up airing out that we didn't get a chance to actually finish up. I'll have to take a look at it, though. And that was Mr. Hardluck, and then we've got Charlie Brown gone postal. Only a 5% chance to win, but Mr. J. Crane, 5 times out of 100, Charlie Brown will in fact win this fight. Dirty Toes, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I hope you and Sari Bai are doing well. Mr. J. Crane, yeah. Thanks, George. So let's go ahead and compare some of these attributes. Dark Side on over here on my right has a 30 strength compared to Charlie Brown, a very average 10. Moving down, we have a 10 dexterity from Dark Side to a 12 dexterity from Charlie Brown. He is quite small. Moving down yet further, a 30 constitution. This is a person that never gets drunk, as opposed to Charlie Brown with a 14. That's not bad. That's like a football player, right? Probably has a 14 constitution. So Charlie Brown doing very well. Moving down further, a 20 intelligence, right? Like at this point, Einstein would have been an 18 intelligence. 20 is where you hit superhuman. Darkseid has superhuman intelligence. Charlie Brown, average at a 10. Going down even further, Darkseid has a 15 wisdom. Charlie Brown, not very wise. We all know that, has an 8. And Darkseid has a 25 charisma. That's comparable to, I think, a gargantuan red dragon or gold dragon, one of the two. And Charlie Brown has a 6. One thing is not like the other here. This is going to be a rough battle. I'm excited to see what AI comes up with. Dirty Toes popping in just to say hi, but now I'm intrigued and confused. Dirty Toes, let me walk you through what we have here. And this goes out for anyone else out there. If you're just not understanding what the hell's going on, we had an idea back in like November of 2024 where we used ChatGPT to simulate a battle between any two things, and we just showed ChatGPT on the screen where we asked it the question, who would win in a fight? And we took that idea, that really simple idea, and we said, how can we get a little insane with this? So I wrote a program that not only showed the story, but generated some images of the battle. And it wasn't great. But you know what? It worked. And that was the very first version of what we call DeathLab, which is what this is, Dirty Toes. Since then, now it's become an opportunity for chat to nominate up to 3 characters. We then vote on 2 that will battle against one another. AI generates images. It then generates win percentages. It generates D&D attributes associated with each character. We track all of these battles in a database, so that way there's an opportunity to do a bit of data porn here with win percentages, champions, current rank, as it compares to others. Let's say we've got a really good example here is Mr. Hardluck with a 77.8% win percentage. I think that should be closer to 87, with 6 champions and currently ranked 2nd. And now in the background, what's happening, Dirty Toes, is AI is generating a 3-part narrative on what this battle would look like. It's then sending it off to another AI that's generating audio narration by using the wonderful voice of H. John Benjamin. And then it's also simultaneously generating 3 parts of video to actually show us all what this battle would look like. Not just images, but actual video. Roughly about 6 seconds worth across 3 different scenes. And when all of those are done, we will get that all back and we'll have the ability to kind of play a short, roughly 20-second story of what it would be like if Darkseid actually fought Charlie Brown. So that's what DeathLab is. It allows any two people out in the audience to kind of pit their wits against one another. And the only thing that really puts a scope on it is that every battle has a theme, and this theme was comics. So this could be, think of it like Spawn or Batman. In fact, Batman was one of the nominations. And also, but it just general comics. So that could also be Saturday morning cartoons. So Dirty Toes, how long does it take to generate all this stuff? While I was talking, the first video was completed. Now, I'm paying a flat fee right now to get access to a bunch of different models. And I'm supposed to be able to run parallel generations, up to 10 parallel generations. But right now on videos, I can only generate one video at a time, but they're enabling me to actually do 10 ultra video generations. I've been posting all of my stuff over to the provider, and they've set me up with on a foursome chat with the founder and 4 of their developers to keep me abreast of when this capability becomes available. It was supposed to go live on Monday. They ran into some issues, so it's day to day at this point. Very soon, I should be able to make a request and have all 3 videos generated at once, which would put us at roughly about 4 minutes to have 3 videos done. What's the maximum length of video clips it can generate? Right now, Amiga, it's 6 seconds at ultra video generation. I can go up, and I could go up to 60 seconds in videos, but it gets a lot more costly. And then, of course, I could go crazy, and it could be $50 to $100 per video, but I could go use, let's say, Google's Veo or Veo. I think it's Veo. That does sound effects, background music, actual chat. Like I could not only say, Charlie Brown fights Darkseid, but if there would be actual like 30 to 60 seconds of dialogue embedded in it as well. It's like you could do a movie, but right now it's super costly. The cool thing is that as more AI becomes available and there's a lot more processing power out there, as all of these massive companies are building up their 1 million GPU plants powered by nuclear power, the pricing on all of this is going to come down. So give it another 2 to 3 years, and it'll be 5 cents to do what costs $50 or $100 to do per video now. So we're keeping it pretty cheap. The hope, Amiga, will be in the next week or two, I will be able to upgrade this to do, instead of 3 6-second videos, I will do 10 6-second videos with audio narration, and I've got access to an AI that'll generate music or a musical score to go along with it. And I've already written the underlying agents that will take all of these videos and audio and splice them all together into a single MP4 that I can just play. So it'll be an entire 60-second story that will play out with music, narration, and video. That's the hope in the next couple of weeks, but I do need the ability to parallel generate the 10 different things at once. So while we're waiting for the other 2 videos to be generated, let's go play some pinball. We'll get in a game. We've got 2 videos left. The audio's already done, the story's already done, images are already done. Everything is ready except for 2 videos. Oop, and I missed one. Did you hear about the data center that just got the go-ahead in Wyoming? It's going to consume more power than all the households in Wyoming combined. Dirty Toes. That is entirely believable because I think Wyoming is the least populated state in the United States per square mile. And Mr. J. Crane, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's also additional AI. For example, we're doing speech to text, and I'm sending that off to an agent, and it is retranscribing it because the speech to text software sucks. So I have an AI agent that's retranscribing, and all of that is then going to Fred's assistant.
Fred's assistant is deciding if Fred can respond. And then if she gives the go-ahead, that goes off to Fred. And then Fred decides if he wants to respond and jump in as an autonomous co-host on the stream. We're still working on that because he was too verbose for the first couple of weeks, and now he talks maybe once or twice a stream. So I got to get that nailed down. The context is really hard to get perfect. And keep in mind, I could have him always respond, or I could tell him to respond every 5 messages, or I could say, I want you to respond once every minute, but that's not autonomous. I'm trying to allow Fred the ability to jump in and comment on basically what Fred thinks is meaningful to respond to. And it's really hard to do that and get it to work consistently. I hope they build their own power generation with solar or something renewable. Amiga, I hope so as well. There is so much wind and solar out in Colorado. I'm not sure about Wyoming, but that would not surprise me. All right, let's see if we can hit the end game. It was intentional. Forgot the music. Feeling pretty good, though. Cool. Music. We got the music. We're good. It's in Laramie, too. Mode shot. Ugh. The AP reported on the data center yesterday. It will be just outside of Cheyenne. Okay. All right, there's locks. Awesome. We need... Let's go Thor. And let's grab a lock over here. No, we're not. Wow, that definitely had some spin on it. Lock shot. Got it. There it is. It's a little bit earlier, I feel like, than it was yesterday. All right, portal is open. There. Space Jam. Irish welcome. Oh man, it appears I've missed Chicken Ninja, the stream. Yes, you have already missed Chicken Attack. Cool. There's, I believe, ball lock number 2. I don't know what that was counting down. Let's go. Man. Well, that could have been better. So Tasmania produces its power from pumped hydro and some wind, but there are reports about the wind turbines killing birds, which of course you always get from people trying to stop it. But in our case, we have critically endangered eagles who have apparently fallen victim to them. That sucks, Amiga. Kind of feels like the start of something out of Cyberpunk. I can totally see Arasaka turning an entire state into a data center. That does absolutely sound cyberpunkish. All right, that's gonna, oh no. I don't know if I already said it, but Irish, welcome to the stream. Let's go check and see if those 2 videos are done. That is not at all what I meant to press. Let's go here.
Charlie Brown's Melancholy Mayhem versus Darkseid's Dastardly Doom. A peanut-sized showdown.
We're there, y'all. So, Dirty Toes, if this is your first time going through, we are ready to kick this off. Darkseid versus Charlie Brown Gone Postal. Darkseid has a 95% chance to win. I do want to throw out, I think this is the highest win percentage I've ever seen for a character. And there's a part of me that really hopes there is justification and a good story for Charlie Brown to somehow beat Darkseid. Y'all, let's see what happens.
Charlie Brown Gone Postal unleashed a torrent of pent-up rage, launching himself at Darkseid with a flurry of wild punches. But the new god merely smirked as he effortlessly deflected each blow with his immense strength.
That is obviously Cartman. Pinball Jones just rated us with 4 beautiful viewers. Y'all, welcome. We're just beginning battle 1 or part 1 of a fight between Charlie Brown and Darkseid. As though that battle was generated by AI. And here's the first video. AI did a fantastic, Charlie Cartman as opposed to Charlie Brown or Cartman Brown. I like all of those. Obviously, he's not a golfer. I don't know what else to say about that. Let's see what happens in part 2.
In a swift motion, Darkseid retaliated, firing his Omega beams that scorched the very air between them, catching Charlie off guard and engulfing him in a blinding pulse of destructive energy.
Okay. I mean, that definitely captured some Omega beams scorching the very air between them. Yeah, that... Could you imagine one guy is like, I'm going to hit you. And he just like punches him and Darkseid starts going nuclear and the very air begins warping around him. And you're like, oh, I may have bit off more than I could chew in this case. Is part 3 going to be where Charlie gets the comeback for all comebacks? We'll see.
As the smoke cleared, Charlie Brown lay defeated and motionless on the ground, a tragic reminder that even the most relentless spirit can fall before the might of a true cosmic force.
Charlie Brown did not win. I have no idea what AI generated there. That is an astronaut who's ready, I think, to throw down at a party, getting up off the floor. Like, if he started dancing right there, the Thriller or something, that seems appropriate, especially with that big explosion in the background. Yeah, exactly. Did he blow up and then dance it off? That's kind of what that looks like. Darkseid, the winner of the show. Charlie Brown, the winner of our hearts. Mr. Hardluck, you're getting this one back. Mr. Hardluck got the big W there. Now, I'm curious. I love the comic world calamity. Why don't we give Mr. Hardluck an opportunity to keep his crown? Y'all, so who can come up with a nomination that can beat Darkseid? And if you're going to do it, exclamation point NOM for nomination or nominate space and the character that you think can bring Mr. Hardluck and his nominated dark side down. Who can take away Mr. Hardluck's crown? Mr. J. Crane going with nuclear venom. What is that? That to me just looks like Venom. I don't think it did anything with the nuclear side of stuff, but that looks very much like Venom. AI nailed it. Who else do we got? We need one more nomination. Who's got a comic-related character that could take down Darkseid? I'm not so sure that even a nuclear Venom could do it. Okay. Irish bringing in Dr. Manhattan. Amiga missed it by half a second. Yeah. Dr. Manhattan, I think is... We're gonna go ahead. Now, you can only vote at this point on for either 1 or 2, 1 for Nuclear Venom or 2 for Dr. Manhattan. And whoever gets the most votes between Nuclear Venom or Dr. Manhattan will face off against Darkseid. This, I imagine, no matter what, is going to be quite epic, right? Because Venom has a different... Venom attacks a little bit differently. Like, this could be interesting. It is in Mr. Hardluck's best interest at this point to vote for Nuclear Venom. And do you see Mr. Hardluck doing that? The QDL also voting for Venom in this case. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to do exclamation point V2. I cannot vote a second time. No one can vote a second time for any characters. I'm going to keep pointing that out because that's what chat asked for, and that's what we made happen over here. Because in DeathLab, honestly, this entire game was created, I feel like, in collaboration with everyone here in the stream. It was like an idea. The name DeathLab was crowdsourced from everyone on stream. We've gotten so many suggestions. I have a laundry list of additional upgrades and updates coming in the near future here. I'm just in a weird spot as I'm waiting for the ability to generate 10 videos all at once. Amiga, internet on both my connections has been super bad all day. I'm lagging about 20 seconds, even on 160p. I wonder if it's caused by some geomagnetic event. Amiga, it's surprising to me how often geomagnetic events actually do cause pretty significant issues with internet. And we're down to it. We're tied at 4-4. Mr. J. Crane trying to vote twice. It's not going to get in there. And now AI is going to decide in a tie who is going to face off against Darkseid, the character wearing a crown. Or the champion, I should say. The current champion that we're... the chat here is trying to dethrone. Ooh, Galactus, Eternity, the Celestials. Yeah, Irish Luck pointing out there's a lot of badass characters. All right, Cosmic Clash, Darkseid's Despair versus Nuclear Venom's Vicious Vortex. The alliteration is strong with this chat, with this AI agent. I love it. Ooh, Thanos would have been another really good one up there as well. Sorry, George did not know if my syntax was correct. Not a cheater. Oh no, you're all good. Mr. J. Crane, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just love everyone trying to come up with different ways to challenge it. Like, I see the exact same thing from QDL going exclamation point V1 as opposed to exclamation point vote 1. Like, do it. Break the stream, man. I think my Archie riding a nuclear bomb had a chance. Oh, Dirty Toes. It stinks that we missed it. Flipside Memphis coming in hot with 22 beautiful viewers. Flipside, I hope your stream was fantastic. We just kicked off a DeathLab episode. Ooh, and we're about to level up with that wonderful raid. Thank you again so much. If you're just joining us, we just hit level 4 on the stream. In addition, we just kicked off a Cosmic Clash DeathLab episode. Captain Zanzibar coming in as well with a party of four. Xander, thank you so much. And that is right on the back of Flipside also rating. Y'all, the raid love is amazing. Y'all, we're I'm gonna say that one more time. We're in the middle of a DeathLab episode. We're gonna go play some pinball here in a second while we wait for these videos to get generated. But to catch everyone up, this is a DeathLab episode where the audience nominated Darkseid versus a nuclear Venom. And AI is going to build us a story and a series of videos where we get to see it happen. Dirty Toes! Throw in their primer, our direction, subscribed for 43 months. Dirty Toes, my hat's off to you. Captain Zanzibar, my hat's off to you. Midheart, welcome. You're in town for the Beast and hanging in CNK's basement. That's awesome. So, y'all, that's great. Thank you, everybody, for joining. The banner just said I rated with 4 viewers. Oh, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the chat. Sometimes it gets confused. Also, we're leveling up again. We're now at level 5. She's being a little excessive. There you go. Y'all, thank you so much for making that happen. We just went from level 3 to level 5 on the stream. We enabled an extra camera down here where we get a little side view of what's happening on the playfield. Y'all, thank you again so much for the support. Thank you for the raids. Flipside, Captain Zanzibar, I hope that both of your streams were awesome. And Dirty Toes, thank you again. Been here, I feel like, since the start, Dirty Toes. We're going to get a game or two in while we wait for those videos to get generated. We'll jump back in and see who wins between Venom and Darkseid. In the meantime, while we're here, let's see if we can defeat Thanos. Played a little RCT classic. Captain Zanzibar, I don't know what that is. What is RCT classic? All right. Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's awesome. We're going to get that back. That's fine. No reason to freak out. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah. I'll take that. I may have moved the machine a little bit there. I mean, let's not get too crazy. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a big move. There's 40 some odd spins left. All right. There we go. We hit the portal. Let's do the mind gem. So, what is the Beast Party? Help me out. What is that? Awesome. We need Thor now. Awesome. We've collected Thor. We now need 2 shots up the middle. We're almost done. One more. And of course, we started a multi-ball. All right. I did not mean to start this multi-ball. I'm mildly frustrated. That's fine. Out of the multi-ball. And now we should be ready to get into... Nope, we need one more shot. There we go. And now we can assemble once we're done with this mode. I don't know. We got a flank attack there. I think that kind of counts. Man, I am just missing every shot right now. All right, catching back up. Lurk vibes, though. Movie with the cute wife. GL with battles. Thank you so much, Captain Zanzibar, and thank you again for the raid. Chella, a degenerate pinball tournament. Oh, that's the Beast. Is that what that is? Matt Big, hold on. CNK, by the way, good evening. I don't know if I already said that. Bedtime for me. Dirty Toes, have a great night. And thank you again for swinging by. Is it Cella or is it Chella? Help me with pronunciation there if you can. AIQ is underrated. I wish it had a better animation art music package. Ugh, this table, I know. Flipstream. Out of the two, I wish I was playing the Pro. But no matter what, this isn't high on my list. I just want to finish the game. Like, I would just want to battle or get to Thanos or beat Thanos. And if I can do that, then I never have to play this game again. Shoot disc to break mind control. Darn it. Let's see if we can slam dunk it. Flipstream, how the heck are you doing? There we go. There we go. Ball lock number 2, and can we break the mind control? No, we're not going to be able to do it here. We're in a Hawkeye challenge. Deep, no, right. Yeah. It feels unnecessarily complicated, but it's also, like, if you don't, oh, no. If you aren't worried about gems, it's actually very straightforward. You just have to collect the Avengers 3 times. That's it. I think you're saying all the things I would say about this game. The layout is great. The rules that were too much for me. Deep versus it's difficult. George could probably back me up on this. Put post-it notes over the score, then tell me how much the gems matter. Exactly, yeah. If you ignore the gems, I think this game is a lot of fun. And that's what we're doing right now. I can't believe I drained. We were doing so good. We had collected all the Avengers. And I was stuck because I was in a gem mode. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Okay. So they're counting flips on this one. Almost got it for free. All right, we've got 28 flips. Got it. Now we need Thor over here on the right, so I need it on the left flipper. All right, let's see if we can sweep this. Nope. I'll take 2. Missed it by that much. All right, lock shot to end it. Ugh. Got it. I will take it. 34 flips to spare. That was worth 20 million. Soul gem total. And slam dunk it for a portal lock. I'll take it. Missed it by that much. Awesome. Now we want, yeah, stay up there. All the things. That's right. I don't have to conserve flips anymore. It's so, that's the toughest part about this, is getting out and not thinking that you have to conserve flips. It's so weird. There's that. There's that. Let's see if we can get a multi-ball going. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm going back into the multi-ball so that way I can collect more Avengers. That's it. I don't care about gems. I'm just going for collects here. All right, all right. Oh, no. We've got... Nope. Oh, come on. Really? $31 spins. 3 more shots there. Cool. What do we need here? We need 4 Black Widows, 2 Thor completions, 3 Black Panthers, and a partridge in a pear tree. All right. Lock is lit, which is a good thing. Oh, no. 15 spins. What do we do? Let's grab this ball lock first. Awesome. Obi-Wan, yeah, no Fathom. I was all set up on this and I decided I got so close to getting to Thanos last night. I think it would be premature to try and move off of it right now when we're playing it kind of decently. I do not want to move the gems, I think. Oh, we can also spot an Avenger. Cool. We've got spins. We need 14 pops. We need 4 Black Widows. Let's go Black Widow to Black Panther. Awesome. We do need a Thor. All right. Sure, time gem. I'm pretty far away, I think, from getting everyone collected. That, awesome. Now we need Iron Man, and we can get an Iron Man spot, but it's completely in the way. What else do we need? We need 2 Thor completions. That should help. Cool, what do we need now? We still need 1 Iron Man. Oh, that is accessible right now, so we might want to go for that. God bless America. 1 Thor completion and 2 Black Widow shots. So let's see if we can separate over here. All right, we're fine. Also, we lost music. Oh, no. Awesome. All right, did we get Iron Man? Please tell me we got... Yeah, okay, so we have Iron Man. We need 1 Thor completion and 2 Black Widows. There's 1 Black Widow. Missed Thor. Here's Thor. All right, now we should be able to get our last Black Widow. There we go. And now 3 more Thor shots. Crap. No! Although we just lit an extra ball, let's get that extra ball, shall we? So we are so close to getting to Black Order. Moist Monstrosities, what a name, welcome. I'm sure you get asked this a lot, but what's your Enigma machine? Moist Monstrosities. What an interesting question. I do not get asked that all the time. I'm interested to know what you mean by that. Cool. Portal lock. Oh, please. Is this a multi-ball? Yeah, let's use it to get our... If we're in a multi-ball. Nope. No. Okay. Shucks. I mean, we were only to Black Order. Poor upper flipper gets hit. Yeah, the upper flipper does get hit. I know, I hit it all the time. You know what? The next time I get Fathom going Obi-Wan, I think I want to have somebody over. It's such a fantastic competitive game. I'd like to have a couple people over and turn it into a little bit of a party. Let's see if we got those videos done. And maybe show off, as Moist Monstrosities was asking, the Enigma machine. But Moist, the pinball machine that is out of reach or have wanted... Oh, what's your Enigma machine? Oh, right now it's Harry Potter. For sure. What game, maybe, if you're also asking... Let's switch over here. If maybe you're asking what machine... Oh, this mic is a bit hot. Sorry. I feel like I oftentimes have to talk very close to it. Flipstream, sorry. It's we'll back off just a bit. But what machine haven't I owned that I've always wanted? Fathom actually was kind of it, Moist. That was a game I really, really wanted for a long time. You know, I'm gonna throw out... What? Can't hear you. Ears bleeding. I am sorry about that. I'm going to throw out there Twilight Zone. I have always wanted a Twilight Zone, and I've never made it happen. And there's the threat of Chicago Gaming Company actually making remaking a Twilight Zone. So I think it's justified to wait for it. But Fathom and Twilight Zone were 2 machines that I hadn't owned for a very long time that I kind of always wanted. I now have Fathom, and Twilight Zone would be up there on a short list. Flipstream, I do not like working on pinball machines. Yet another reason to wait for Chicago Gaming Company to remake the game. Now, switching over to... Yeah, then don't get an OG Twilight Zone.
let's check out where we're at.
Cosmic Clash, Darkseid's Despair versus Nuclear Venom's Vicious Vortex.
We surprisingly are still waiting on a video. We've only got 2 of the 3 videos ready to go. But to catch everyone else up, right now we're waiting for a 3rd video to be generated by AI to simulate what a battle would look like between Venom and Darkseid. Right now, Darkseid beat Charlie Brown. I don't know who saw that one coming. It was... Charlie Brown unfortunately lost the last round. Mr. Hardluck won, but it made for a fantastic series of videos and some great audio narration. And now we're just waiting for a 3rd video to be generated here to help us determine who would win.
Stream, Mr. Dice. I wish you a smorgasbord of fun and a casserole of laughs.
Dice, welcome. We wish you a smorgasbord of love and a casserole of laughs. We are currently waiting on Venom versus Darkseid. 3rd video should be popping up any minute now. In the meantime, I turned off Midnight. Oh, yeah, let's take a look. So, Darkseid, that image is great for Darkseid. Like, that's solid. Mr. Hardluck has 7 champions, and with that last win, I don't know why the rank keeps changing. It's not that difficult. I don't know. Based on other people's wins and losses, I'm guessing it can adjust what your current rank is. So Mr. Hardluck may not do anything, and Mr. Hardluck may not do anything but find that his rank changes over time. That's how I'm gonna pre-respond to what I imagine would be the fantastic QDL, aka physicist, probably solid math person, wondering why with a win or a loss you see those values change somewhat erratically. It's the same code being run on it every time. I don't know why. It seems weirdly inconsistent. I'm just gonna trust that it's like basic math magic, and we'll call it that. Flipstream has a fantastic idea for the next battle. Flipstream, what do you got for us? Yeah, what's your thought? Because right now I don't have a way, because most of this is automated at this point. So I really don't have a way to tell the stream to use a particular theme. You're stuck between Attack from Mars or Lord of the Rings. Okay. I'll have to wait. Got it. Okay. Cool. It's already 12, so this might be our last battle for the night. I'm really hoping as I'm talking here, though, this last video shows up. It sucks that it's taking so long for the 3rd video to finish generating. Let's see. By the way, what is everyone drinking this evening? Hopefully, you're all drinking something, be it water or something enjoyable, perhaps alcoholic, perhaps non-alcoholic, maybe soda. Maybe it's early morning for you or mid-afternoon, and you're having that 2nd or 3rd coffee for the day. Eternal Gremmy is drinking Malort. I'm so sorry. This reminds me of one of my favorite lines from Small Soldiers. I love that movie. You put munitions, chips, and toys? Obi-Wan with the Force. Malort is such a total ass. Dice drinking coffee. To me, that feels late for coffee, Dice. But I love that. Malort is such a total ass. You're stuck between Mars, Attack from Mars or Lord of the Rings. Yes. So Moist Monstrosities, when you're talking about that Enigma machine that you brought up earlier, I think Lord of the Rings is a fantastic pin for the home collection. It's incredibly long playing, right? And on top of that, it's really, really deep. There is a lot to that code. So it makes sense for it to be something that you play at home. That said, to me, Lord of the Rings isn't the kind of pin that I want to have in like a 2 or a 3 pin collection, because when you play a game on Lord of the Rings, it ends up becoming a good 45-minute game if you have a decent game.
And usually you don't get to Valinor every time, unless of course you're a really good player, in which case, you know, Valinor some measurable percentage of the time, some greater than 3% chance. But now you're playing for an hour, let's say for a game, and you either get there or you don't get there. For us top 10 or top 20 players, when we play Lord of the Rings, we can get close, but usually don't make it to Valinor. And that to me is one of those, like, I'm so close, are we gonna get there? And it hurts so much when it's like a dumb drain after 45 minutes of playing and you still, and you don't get what you had your heart set on, right? So that's the reason I don't like Lord of the Rings in a small grouping of pinball machines, because it's such an epic experience. It feels nice in a 5 or greater set of pins, I'd say. And that's assuming that you've thought about the style of game in the other 5 pins. And the other one you had was Attack from Mars. Just, it's a classic. I personally prefer Medieval Madness to Attack from Mars, but I know those two, it's 50-50 on who prefers one or the other. I just prefer the theme as opposed to the Aliens theme. But I think those are two fantastic games for the home collection. Water now, beers at pinball, and shine down, says RB Wings. George, is there a command I can run that shows me the character attributes for Darkseid? No, I don't, but that's actually not a bad one. I did add a recent command. You can type in !DeathLab to see what you're currently at, like your attributes. So no matter what, I always will show up as 42nd. I didn't think we'd ever hit 42. So, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, let's see. Mr. J. Crane, you have a 0% win percentage, and you're currently ranked 30th. But I like the attributes. I'm going to read off the Darkseid attributes. So Darkseid here is at a 30 strength, 14 dexterity, 30 constitution, 25 intelligence, 20 wisdom, and an 18 charisma. Yeah, 30 strength is overpowered, right? And Venom is at an 18 strength, 14 dexterity, 16 constitution, 15 intelligence, 12 wisdom, and a 10 charisma. Irish Luck, currently ranked 4th with a 75% win percentage, with a win percentage of 75. I'm trying to think of how better to say that. You just need votes for your nominations, right? Yeah. Moist, I'm always happy to talk about pinball, right? Like, especially such great games. We still don't have the 3rd video. Come on. Do we give? We're gonna throw one more game, and then evidently this will be the last session of the night. We're gonna give DeathLab a full good 5 minutes, let's say, to try and generate that last video. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and play without the first video because we have videos 2 and 3 ready to go. Would it be possible to do a die career mode? Like, the champions from DeathLab go to a D&D die rolling for stat style championship? Yes. So we've discussed it, have kind of a general idea about a once a month get together. I would probably pre-create all of the videos and then just run like a 10-minute compilation of all the fights that happen in a massive champions battle royale. So that's kind of my thinking of what that would be, and we would generate it on some sort of a timely basis, and then have a special, maybe like a Sunday night episode where we show off the battle royale. Okay, yeah, and Moist, definitely let the gang know here what you end up choosing. All right, we're gonna switch back over. Let's get one more game of pinball in, and we'll let DeathLab continue chewing on that video. Nobody picked the flying spaghetti monster's younger brother, the falling spaghetti monster. Most icons on split screen. Matt wins. CNK, I need a little bit more on the icons thing there to make sense of that. All right, that's a good rip on the spinner there. How does it feel like something is crawling on my leg? Seriously, it feels like something was crawling on my leg there. And we're in a garage, so it wouldn't surprise me. All right, there's a Black Widow. That's gonna count as a Black Panther, even though we didn't quite make the shot. And I think it was a Thor. You know what? Let's do Thor. Let's be bad guys. Let's maybe rip the spinner. We can also spot Iron Man. Nope. Let's go Thor. Nope. That did count as yet another Black Panther. All right, lock. We locked that in place, and we just lit our lock. We've also got Spot Avenger lit. We're gonna let that move around. Cool. Lock shot. Missed it by that much. All right, we've got Black Panther collected. Wow, that was hard to say. Let's go ahead and do the reality gem. So Moist would like Moist's wife would like Lord of the Rings. I think I said that right. My wife is Lord of the Rings stuck, but I like the 90s games. I do like the 90s games as well. I think it's just a fly or something, because now it's on the other leg. It's all right, George. You wouldn't be the first guy who's taking his pants off on the internet. Good point. How many more? Yeah, I see the fly now. It was a fly. So I need 43 spins, 19 pops, and 2 shots there. It feels, no, honestly, that's good for Thor. Let's do it. Man, that had some spin on it. That should do it. All right, I'll take that lock shot. That was good. I don't know how many more spins we have on that as well. Oh, rising up from the ashes. I like that. 4 spins. All right, we need 4 spin. Oh no, that was so bad. Let's see if we can hit this on the fly. Nope. One more. There we go. So now we have the Hulk. One more shot over there. And lock shot. Got it. That's our second lock. We do not want to start this multi-ball. We did just collect a gem, though. That's good. That's collected. And then we collected our gem. We're good. I had collected all of the... Oh, no, we still needed 7 pops. Grr. Man, I got a lot of people telling me it was Charlie Brown. Also +1. Yes. Okay, good. Not afraid to slap a machine. Did we get confirmation that the Beast was a Degenerates tournament? Is that the case? Really? There it is. There's that. There's that. Yep, that's going right down the middle. Not even gonna waste the flip on it. Crap. I needed to full plunge that. Come on, game. Full plunge. Ugh. All right, I need to get the ball over to the other side. Ugh. Hey, it actually gave that to me. Got it? What am I at? I'm at 14. No, 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 no. Come on, we're cool. Ah! That's it. That is it. We did not make it happen. Let's see here. Up and around. Let's bring that multi-ball in. Nope, totally missed it. We have a mode. I don't know. Maybe that'll help. Man, that was the deep sight when you're hoping it's close to quitting time and you're not even halfway done. Yeah. Oh my god. Ah, we're in a multi-ball. That's fine. I was hoping to get to a multi-ball. All right, that did very little for us here. There we go. Nice, good spin shot. I do not need to change, I think, where any of the gems are. Let's go ahead and get back into a multi-ball. There we go. That should be Iron Man multi-ball. Now we hopefully can make some progress on the rest of the collection, so when we get out, we're in black order. Cool. What do we need? We need 52 spins and Iron Man collect. We need a lot of Black Widow shots. We need 4 Black Widow shots, 2 Black Panther shots, a lot of spins, so nothing significant changed there. Cool. That felt good. That was a nice little combo there. Cool. What do we got? We got Thor. We need 3 of those shots. Oh no. What do we need now? Oh, it looks like we need 2 Black Widow shots. There's 1. And an Iron Man completion. No! We got the final blow, though. There goes ball 2. Man, we're so close. 1 Iron Man completion, 1 more shot on Black Widow, and 16 spins. Let me get ourselves to Black Order. There is Hulk. We can collect a gem. That should collect her, and now for the gem. Awesome, we need 1 more letter of Iron Man. And Jenga, there we go. So I think now we're in Black Order. Yes, we're in Black Order. This is good. Close. Team J-Land, Georgia, I done. It took me way too long to figure you are AIQ. I'm just focused on it right now. Oh, Dice. I'm assuming you're talking about Lord of the Rings there. So shoot Avengers to light jackpot. So this is our second mini wizard mode. There's 1 more before the end. Thor didn't get. What else do we need? We're gonna go middle. That'll count. That's a flank attack. We're trying to spell Thor. Oh, now we're out of the mini wizard mode, and now we're just working towards our 3rd one. All right, lock is lit. We need 1 more shot. Nope. Lock was lit. I don't know. The targets are down. Oh, Lock is actually lit right now, and that's fine. So let's go, I don't know, Thor? There's a lot to figure out at this moment. I need a multi-ball right now. That's the big thing. And we're very far away from any multi-balls. That's a ball lock, though. I'll take a ball lock. What do we have? Portal lock. Portal lock 2. That was ball 3 with no extra ball, and we never figured out how to light extra balls. We should probably figure that out. All right, let's go see if the last video has completed generating for DeathLab, and we get to see who would win in a fight between Venom and Darkseid. Let's go do the thing. Oh, hey, we get to enter initials. We get to enter in somebody for these initials. Cool. So this is going to be... Man, we've got a lot happened already here this evening. Not 2 days ago, 2 hours ago. We got level increases, raids. Wolfman dropping bits. Wolfman, if you're still on, what are your initials? Otherwise, I'm going WLF. CNK says the initials are CNK. All right, Wolf got in here. All right, now let's go check that video.
Cosmic Clash, Darkseid's Despair versus Nuclear Venom's Vicious Vortex.
Nope, I'm guessing that first video just crashed and burned. So we gave it all the time, never happened. So we're going to play this through, even though the first video is not actually going to show anything. Then that kind of stinks.
In a cataclysmic clash, Darkseid unleashed his Omega beams, slicing through the air with deadly precision as Nuclear Venom charged forward, fueled by radioactive rage.
Fueled by radioactive rage. Sucks we don't have a video for that. We're going to kick off or move to scene 2.
The beams struck true, disintegrating the monstrous form of Nuclear Venom in a blinding flash, leaving only a smoldering silhouette in the wake of Darkseid's overwhelming might.
Wow. I mean, that is flat out gorgeous. I'm so irritated that there was no first video now because, man, part 2 was gorgeous. That's great. These beams just attacking Venom. I feel like you shouldn't care about that. Moving on to part 3.
As the dust settled, Darkseid stood victorious, his cold gaze scanning the desolation, a reminder that even the most volatile force can be extinguished by sheer power.
Nuclear Venom ends up losing. Mr. J. Crane, you hold on for... You're going to get some of those big wins. I know they're going to happen. I am so sorry that for whatever reason, the AI agents seem to dislike your nomination so far. But look at that at the end.
I evidently Venom is not going to walk off those crazy laser beams. What was it? Volatile force can be extinguished. A reminder that even the most volatile force can be extinguished by sheer power. I like it. It's going to be a challenge to beat Darkseid. You know what? We gave it a go, and Mr. Hardluck gets to maintain. That is a King of the Hill, 2-time crown champion right there. Mr. Hardluck is on a win streak. Well, unfortunately, he did lose one battle earlier. It was rough. There was a 15% chance that the opposition would win, and unfortunately, there was an upset. Keep in mind, AI does allow upsets to happen. Irish Luck pointing out Doc Manhattan could have done it. I agree. I think it's hard to beat Doc Manhattan. Doc Manhattan, I think, is comparable to calling in someone like Godzilla. It's tough. Those are borderline unbeatable forces. Or a Galactus could have been another one, sure. Omnipotent Thanos. Yeah, I like it. All right, let's see what happens here on the winner. We've got Darkseid, player 1. Mr. Hardluck with the big W. We're going to go back to reset, and let's just take a look at Mr. Hardluck's win percentages here. Look at that. 90% win, 7 champions. Current rank is first, with Darkseid remaining in the lead. Fantastic job, Mr. Hardluck. Fantastic job, chat. We have some really good DeathLab battles that will turn into short 5-minute episodes on the YouTube, or on the YouTubes, as the kids are calling it nowadays. If you want to check out some of these DeathLab videos, make sure to... I'm going to get the link here. Here we are on YouTube, right up at the top. For example, oh yeah, this was the fun one I just put together today. This was the vibrator versus the personal vibrator versus the vacuum for the Battle of Household Objects. Is just an example of the type of silly battles that we ask AI to take seriously, to decide who would win. And I'm not going to tell you who would win in a battle. You are going to have to actually go through and watch that video to determine who would win between a vacuum or a personal vibrator. Could be surprising. I don't know. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out this evening. We are going to be back on Thursday night this week. Might try and make a either a Friday afternoon or a Saturday stream happen. And remember, I am traveling for work all next week, so I'm going to miss all 3 of my primary or standard streams next week. We'll try and make up some of those on the weekend. Y'all have a very fun next couple of days. We'll see you soon.